does buying organic produce mean having a better diet? Well, in most cases, yes. If you get your organic produce direct from the organic farm. Because if you get your organic produce from a supermarket where it's been sat on the supermarket shelf for goodness knows how long, and it's been in the supermarket storage for n number of weeks or days or even months sometimes, the nutritional value would have leached out of that produce, and consequently you might as well just be eating blotting paper and then top up on supplements and a spoonful of cod liver oil. So if you get your produce fresh from an organic farm and consume it fresh that day or the following day, while it still has all its nutritional value, the essential minerals, the essential amino acids and the essential sugars that we require for our diet. You notice with this particular company, they've actually been approved by the Soil Association Organic Standard. Now these people, they go around, they check the quality of the soil to make sure that no artificial fertilisers and chemicals have been used, and they do a good test. Now, I would suggest if you're going to buy organic, look for this sign, the Soil Association Organic Standard. It's a sign of quality. There's been a lot of bad press over the years with battery hens and the like. Okay, battery hens will knock out a plentiful supply of eggs. That's the way they've been bred. Maybe 300, 320 odd eggs a year. But the quality isn't very good. You know, the yolks are very insipid and the albumin is very thin, and you crack it into your fry pan and the white just spreads all over. And then you've got your deep litter or your barn fed hens. They're kept in barns. They have the choice to roam around. But this has to be much more idyllic. It's got to be more sociable, you know, for the hens. See, these free range hens, they have the opportunity to, as they say, free range. They pick up bugs and grubs and worms and greens rather than being fed pellets. A much happier lifestyle all round. Here we are now at an organic dairy herd that produces dairy milk, cream and butter. And these are jerseys. There's about 100 head of jerseys here, and each one of these cows will give approximately 10 litres of milk each. This farm has actually been passed by the Soil Association, and that goes for the grass that they're fed on, and the processes that actually take place to make the milk and the butter and the cheese. Calcium is the dominant nerve controller. It powerfully affects the cell formation of all living things and regulates nerve action. It governs contractility of the muscles and the rhythmic beat of the heart. It also coordinates the other mineral elements and corrects disturbances made by them. It works only in sunlight, and vitamin D is its buddy. So, what does a deficiency mean? How would it affect your health or mine? So many morbid conditions and actual diseases may result that it is almost hopeless to catalogue them all. Included in the list are rickets, bone deformities, bad teeth, nervous disorders, reduced resistance to other diseases, fatigability, behaviour disturbances such as incorrigibility, assaultiveness and non-adaptability. Dr. Harold C. Sherman of Columbia University asserts that 50% of the American people are starving for calcium. A recent article in the Journal of the American Medical Association stated that out of 4,000 cases in a New York hospital, only 2 were not suffering from a lack of calcium. We know that rats, guinea pigs and other animals can be fed into a diseased condition and out again by controlling only the minerals in their food. A 10-year test with rats proved that withholding calcium, they can be bred down to a third of the size of those fed with an adequate amount of that mineral. Their intelligence too can be controlled by mineral feeding as readily as their size, their bone structure and their general health. Place a number of these little animals inside a maze after starving some of them in a certain mineral element. The starved ones will be unable to find the way out, whereas the others will have little or no difficulty at all. Their dispositions can be altered by mineral feeding. They can be made to be quarrelsome, belligerent. They can even be turned into cannibals and made to devour each other. There's a lot of phytonutrients, phyto meaning plants, a lot of plant nutrients that we can take on board with good healthy plants. You know, broccoli, carrots, swede, spinach, strawberries, those sort of things. Highly beneficial to us, providing the nutrients in the soil in the first place. We here at GLN.org firmly believe in the saying that Hippocrates quoted 400 BC. Let your food be your medicine, and let your medicine be your food. Now with that, first you have to identify what good food is. We've identified what isn't good food, and we are now in the process of developing good food. We have acquired an allotment, and we're going to be farming this in a particular manner so that we can produce good, wholesome, good, nutritious food. Plants that are full of the phytonutrients that we require. In the United States, the government has thrown a multi-million pound package into the research of phytonutrients because they believe that is the way that people are going to get healthy. And to be fair, the UK government ought to be doing very much the same. They need to be throwing mega money at the research people like the Independent Soil Association, people like that can do the research into the soils, regenerate the soils to produce good quality plants, and then get back to the proper traditional farming, do away with the NPK fertilizers, do away with the 400 or so different chemicals that they spray on the land, you know, all the pesticides, the insecticides, herbicides and fungicides. It's killing the land. So we get back to, shall we say, the way our forefathers farmed. It would be very, very much more better for us.